Zaire's ignoring all the haters.
I think my biggest thing is, not necessarily like you said, proving everybody else wrong, but just proving myself right. I know how hard I've worked over the past years, especially this summer, to get this, to be blessed to have this opportunity from the start.
You too, man. What's going on? It's LNH back with another vid. And today, man, we got to talk about McClung and Zaire. There's been a ton of information going on and around these two hoopers. And I got to say, man, things are looking very good for one and very shaky for the other. So let's break it down and get right into it, man. If you do enjoy these type of basketball videos, the pop basketball, following all the big news that's going on in the community, and make sure you like the vid and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get right into it. Now, of course, man, we're going to start off with Zaire because this one is looking very interesting. I feel like not a lot of people are following up about what is going on in the NBA G League. Now, number one, of course, I'm going to point out before I talk about any of this that the G League right now, their official season has not yet started. So this is technically kind of like a preseason, but I think it can still give a lot of really good insight as to how hoopers are going to play when the actual season starts. And man, if I got to be honest here, I think there are a lot of things going on with Zaire Wade. Now, number one, if we take a look at what's been going on with his recent games, his team is 1-5. Now, that's not the best record, of course, losing a lot of games, and in my opinion that can really point down to the hoopers, the coaching staff, or really a combination of things. So I'm not just going to blame it just on the players, but in this case Zaire is averaging around 15 minutes per game but only scoring 2.4 points per game, around 0.4 assists, 0.8 rebounds, and he's playing again around 15 minutes in each game. Now this is tough because of course we knew this guy coming into here was probably going to struggle in the G League. If we're all being honest here, a lot of people have been following him for a while and just making that transition from more of a high school kind of basketball realm. Yes, he did play at a prep school, but we all know when you're going and hooping at a prep school, it kind of resembles more of high school basketball or somewhat of an intermediate and not really college game. But you guys know, if you have to make that transition, you need to be an exceptional player to really be able to successfully transfer over from one side to the other. And I think we all knew that something like this may happen, or at least there was some type of possibility. Now this dude is around 6'2", 6'3", and I think he has a really good build for moving forward playing in the NBA, but he's definitely going to have to get stronger, get some weight to him. And again, I think it's what we always talk about when we speak on high school hoopers and the sons of NBA players specifically. What is the thing that a lot of these guys just innately cannot create and they're missing? It's the drive and motivation to go out there and play the game because your life depends on it. Now, of course, when you have a father who's wealthy, who's played the game, yes, people are going to compare you to him, but you just don't have the same type of motivation factors. And we always talk about it even with people like Bronny James as well. This dude cannot have the same type of motivation as Bron, and Zaire Wade cannot have the same type of motivation as D Wade. Now, that's not saying that he can't be a good player, but again, I think it's just we need to realize that things are going to have to change for this dude if he wants to keep a roster spot. I'm gonna be honest here. And yes, 15 minutes isn't the most amount of time, but I think it's more about what you do when you're on the court and not necessarily how much playing time you always get. Now, yes, it's important to take a look at how much PT somebody gets because that can skew their entire overall game and their stats, and people can blow things out of proportion. But in this case, 15 minutes and only averaging just around 2.4 points per game, I think something needs to change. This dude needs to flip the switch and really get some momentum under him. Hopefully, maybe things can change when he does actually start the official G League season, because yes, again, this is technically not the official G League season. It's more of a preseason, but man, 1-5 is still a horrible record. And I think low-key that something on this team is going to change, if it's roster spots, if people are going to be let go or something like that. Because you guys know, anytime a team is not playing well and their overall record is trash, things are going to get moved around because they are not working. And in this case, low-key, I hope Zaire Wade can keep a spot on this squad, but I don't know if he's not playing that much, only scoring 2.4 points per game. And again, when you have limited minutes, I understand that your points and all of these other stats can be skewed, but in this case, man, I don't know, things in my opinion are not looking the best for him at all. Now, some people thought he kind of jumped the gun going straight to the NBA G League instead of something like college where he could have developed developed a little bit longer. But again, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of college hoopers do end up going to the NBA G League anyway, but I low-key think he may have needed a little bit more developing time. But man, only time will tell in this case, and hopefully he can turn things around and their record overall can get a lot better. You guys let me know what you think about this so far in the comment section down below. Definitely a very touchy subject, and a lot of people feel different ways about it. So let me hear what you think, and I'll make sure to respond to everyone's comment. On the other hand, man, Mac McClung, you guys know this dude has been playing very well in the G League so far. I've been super impressed with how he has turned out. A lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to really play super well on the G League for the Lakers, man. But I got to be honest here, he is doing his thing. Now, in a recent game, he actually had 24 points, 4 assists, and 4 3-pointers. Now, those are some solid stats, but man, I think Mac overall is just proving the haters wrong. I can't say it enough, because every time this dude has stepped on the court, he's been doubted. People said he didn't play against good competition. In high school, he was overrated, just a dunker, really couldn't play the game, and really was just a straight scorer. But look what happened. He really adjusted his game, and now he's getting assists, scoring the basketball with ease, and is really looking like a leader on this team. Now, honestly, I'm surprised about that, but I think one thing I'm even more surprised about are just his overall stats in general and how well he's actually playing. Now, this dude is averaging 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists per game with 31 minutes. Now, those are some solid numbers. His team clearly needs him, and I think he's showing his worth to these NBA teams. And soon enough, man, if he continues to play like this, I don't see why Mac couldn't be really brought up. Now, a lot of people think, and I'm going to be honest here, this is another touchy subject, that Mac McClung really doesn't get the type of attention because he's white. Now, in this case, I think it could help him low-key, because a lot of people view his game, doubt him, and then what happens? He comes on the basketball court, plays like this, averaging 20, going against anyone he's playing against. I think it's almost some type sort of shock factor where he just goes out there and really makes it happen every night. And really the points and the numbers that he's putting up, especially at his height, being probably around 6'1", 6'2", I'd say 6'2" at max in this case, because you guys know height is always something that can be variable, and some people report players as taller than they really are. But playing that well at that height, I think he's showing that he deserves a spot in the NBA, and soon enough I believe that we're going to see this dude there. Now, a few things that people thought would really hold this guy back are just his overall really keen scoring ability, but not being able to pass the ball. You guys know in college, even at Georgetown as well as Texas Tech, this dude was known for scoring. He was barely averaging any assists, which in my head was a red flag, because of course coming to the NBA, you're probably not going to be the man on the court, and being just the guy that's overall able to score the ball and not really have to pass it, because you guys know there's always a better scorer and there's a ton of talent in the NBA. But in this case, him being able to transition his game, show that he's versatile and can really fit in different types of systems and still be successful on the court, man, I don't see why a coach would not pick this dude up. And soon enough, man, who knows, maybe you'll see him on the Lakers. You guys know people love to compare Mac to Caruso, but man, what do you guys think about his game as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. But these are some super interesting topics, man. Hopefully Zaire Wade can spin it around, and yes, man, hopefully Mac McClung can slide to the NBA and make that Lakers debut one of these days. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let me know what you think about this mic. I'm testing out this mic for a couple videos, and I want to hear your feedback in the comment section down below. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like the video, drop what you think about the video in the comment section down below. Man, it's LNH and Mo.